So there you go, you're champ. People like me who are doing the work at ESPN for the X Games dubbed you the Michael Jordan of skateboarding.
Yeah.
What does that do, though, for your company? I mean, here's the Michael Jordan of skateboarding. You're the focus of the X Games in 1995 on ESPN. Now, all of a sudden, I would imagine Birdhouse is in a different position maybe the next day.
It took a little while, but yeah, around the second to third X Games is when suddenly we had a serious upturn of sales and interest, and we actually could justify our own salaries.
So now you're at this juncture in your life. All the while, we've kind of left sitting over here the quest for the 900, right? I mean,
Yeah,
this has become, by this point, something that you are fixated on making happen.
I was actually at that event, had gotten really close to doing it right before that. In fact, I think there was one of those runs where the announcer, he didn't really know skating that well, but he knew of that. And he said, oh, here, because I was already in first. He's like, I think he's going to try a 900. He's been trying it. And I didn't know he said that, but I wasn't going to try it there anyway because I knew it was going to.
But it was in your mind to.
It was always in my mind, yeah. I started getting the spin better. I started getting closer to it. I really tried to do it in 1996 a number of times, to the point where I committed fully to a couple of them and actually broke my rib on one. I'll never forget. This one day, the feeling was right, and I went to land it. I finally committed to putting my skateboard back on the ramp, and I was leaning too far forward, and I went straight into the flat on my shoulder and broke a rib right here. And I was late picking up Riley from preschool because I had broke my rib, but I couldn't go to the hospital. It just that time frame kind of sucked it away from me, and I was like, oh, I got to go get my son from school. And it was like that sad thing where the teacher's waiting with him. He's the last kid in class. And I come in, I can't really breathe because I've like slammed on 900. It was such a defining moment in terms of responsibility and obsession.
Let's take a look. We talk about these wipeouts. We all watching these. Let's watch the video.
Oh, you got to play that one.
Look at that huge. Yeah. Oh no.
Kidding me. Well, that's not me.
That's not you.
Oh man, that was the heaviest slam we've ever seen. That was me announcing that slam. That was me on the mic, yeah.
And we put that at the end of it because those are the stakes, right? I mean, that's
absolutely. Yeah.
That's sitting back there every time you jump on that board.
Yeah, and especially that voice grows louder as you grow older and you get more responsibilities, and it's a fine line, and but it is the risk we take, and like he got up to skate again and win the X Games after that.
Of all the things that happened to you in the good category of 1995 with the X Games and Birdhouse is starting to take off, you lose your father that year at the age of 72.
Yeah, he got lung cancer. He wasn't a smoker, but he got lung cancer, and his health started declining really rapidly, in fact, during that X Games. But he got to see it, and I feel like there's some closure there for him because he championed skateboarding through the 80s, to form the National Skateboard Association.